Right, so before I start this video, you are looking at my new Wataru Nui and my Blaziken Sitting Beauty because I have a little rant or an announcement, depends what you see it as, and you need something nice to look at instead of a white screen, so here we go. So you might notice that like maybe in the next few videos down the line, the quality of the editing or the audio might be a bit like dodgy. That's because I've actually had to migrate recording software. So a lot of you know that I use CapCut for my videos, the free version, right? This is very important because it's easy to use, number one. And number two, like it made the audio coming out of my computer so much better because my computer or my laptop's mic is kind of bad. And I also bought a £16 microphone off like Amazon. Like for those 3 houses playthroughs I did back in like last year in August, and that's even worse. It was a complete waste of money. And also using Apple EarPods also isn't really cutting it. So CapCut was really nice to use. All of a sudden, they've decided to lock everything behind a paywall, right? First of all, that's my finger, sorry. So first of all, it was like a few like effects. I was like, you know what, I can do without the transitions. But now they've started exporting your video behind a paywall. So you have to pay to actually export your video. I think there's a limit, but I don't know if the limit is overall or if it's a month. Because if that's the case, it's either 3 videos a month or 3 videos forever, which is really bad. So I'm not using CapCut anymore. I'm trying to use DaVinci Resolve because that's meant to be really good. But I don't know. The audio is not really cutting it because I don't know why. Maybe CapCut was just built like that. But yeah, bear with me. I'm learning. So, okay, this is 2 minutes long. Let's just get to the video, guys. So, I've had the grand idea to try ranking all of the 5-star cards. I don't know if I'm going to do it for like every character or just my favourites because it's kind of a lot of characters. I've already done this with Wataru before, or at least I tried to, but I don't know, I just didn't really like it. So I'm going to do it again and I'm going to try and be more concise with it. Yeah, the audio might sound a little funky because I'm actually recording through the Memos app on my phone because I've lost my software. So let's get to it. So let's explain what we're going to do. So I've got all of the 5-star cards of Wataru Hibiki from the wiki, right? I screenshotted them all from the wiki and I've made some tiers. So we've got the amazing tier, which is it's the best of the best, you know what I mean? Like my favourites. The marvelous tier is kind of like in between. Like I know that because this is my favourite character, I'm going to be very tempted to put everything in amazing, and this is like to make sure I don't do that. So we've got the iconic tier after this, which is like it's nice. It's a nice card, you know. Nothing really special, it's just nice. And then we've got mid, which is like it's meh, you know, it doesn't really evoke any strong feelings. It's all right, you know. And then we've got the girl tier, which is like I don't like it. I don't like the card. Right, so let's get to it. I've forgotten like all of the names of these cards, but this is the original Wataru 5-star card, the unbloomed version. And I think it's quite silly. He's got that whole like one-man band kind of thing going on in this card. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in iconic because it's nice. It's alright. This one, the bloomed version, gives off a more mysterious energy. You know, the masks come off, he's getting serious. There are loads of ads on tier list, like, go away. Anyway, Jesus Christ, what's happened? Okay, bear with me. Right, okay, so, this one is iconic. I think most of these earlier ones are going to be iconic. I'm really sorry, this is already turning out to be an absolute train wreck, but here we go. Magic Recipe Unbloomed. Right, this is famous for being the 6-fingered Wataru card. So if you don't know, the original card first came out with Wataru having 6 fingers on one of his hands. It's very iconic. They did patch it in, I don't know when they patched it, probably when they realised that we've just drawn a character with 6 fingers. I'm pretty sure, right, there is a YouTuber on here called Wataru 6 Fingers, which I don't know if it's a YouTuber, but if you're watching this, shout out to you. I'm going to put this in Marvelous simply because of the six-fingered meme. It's just so funny to me. Like, right. And then we have the magic recipe bloomed, which it's a lot more professional than the unbloomed. First of all, because I think he does actually have the correct amount of fingers in this card, but also, you know, speaking on like cooking show terms, the unbloomed is more like a Great British Bake Off kind of thing. You know, it's not really professional, it's just a bunch of like people who like cooking at home. But this, the bloomed version, is giving MasterChef. He's so serious with like, he just looks so serious with how he's, you know, decorating everything, putting the seasoning on, and it's nice. It's nice. I'm putting this in Marvelous. Like, it's a simple card, but it just looks great. So there we go, Marvelous. What was it called? I think it's called Underneath the Mask. This is the bloomed the unbloomed version. Bloody hell. The bloomed version. It's alright. You know, it's silly, but I don't really like the orange. I don't really like the colour orange. Like, I'm not really an orange type of gal. So I guess that kind of marks the card down for me. I don't really have any reason to actually dislike it. I just don't think... It's kind of similar to this one, but, you know, I feel like it's the worst version, so I'm putting it in mid. Now we've got the bloomed version. And this card is low-key really funny if you know the context behind it. So this is from the Phantom Thieves versus Detective story, right? And Wataru isn't really featured that much in the story. He has a big role in the story in a way that, like, the whole thing is, like, Tomiya is, like, I think Nazuna finds Tomiya passed out, and then we learn that Wataru is the reason for Tomiya passing out, because I think he left him in a zoo or something. I can't remember what exactly happened. I just remember something in the story saying that Wataru left Tomiya in a zoo with a bunch of animals, and then he had to, like, find his own way out. But the end of the story, like, the story itself is actually kind of lighthearted, you know, like, rabbits are detectives, and then knights are being, like, thieves and something, and they have to, like, solve the mystery. And then the story ends with Wataru just trauma dumping on Tomiya, just randomly. And it's very sad, but it just came out of nowhere. But anyway, ranking the card itself, it's very cute. It's very heartwarming, knowing the background of it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in iconic, though. I'll put it in iconic, you know what, just for the trauma dumping. I don't know what these two are called, but I know this is from that one collab. I think it was the Yume 100 collab. I think that's what it was called. When the story wasn't very long. It was just Wataru and the theatre club, and he was like, oh, I had a daydream in class when I met 3 princes, so now we're making a play about it. And it was very nice. You know, I think this is one of the earliest collabs in Enstars as well. And whenever Wataru gets a collab, I kind of feel like Jill from Dance Moms when Kendall got chosen for that one photo shoot. Like, that's my child. So I'm very much a dance mum when it comes to Enstars. So I'm going to put, it's a very cute card, but it's the way he's gripping the dove for me. He's got it in a locked fist, which is kind of funny. I'm putting this in Marvelous simply because of how silly it is. As for the bloomed version, I don't like it. The angle's weird. I don't know how he's twisting his body that way. I don't really like green, like the shade of green that the outfit is. It's kind of jarring. I'm putting it in, do I put it in mid or do I put it in girl? Because I don't think it's that bad. I think I might be over exaggerating because I actually saw the outfit and it's not that bad. But I think the card itself, I'm putting it in girl. You know, I am sorry. So now we've got the reminiscence cards, and they're alright, they're quite nice. The first one is probably from one of the gayest scenes in OnStar's history. Happy Pride Month to all the gays and the gals and everyone else. So this is very fitting. But anyway, it doesn't really, it's nothing really special. He looks very pretty, but I can't really put it down to that, can I? I can. You know what, this is my video, I can do what I want. Actually, I don't know. I'm putting it in mid. I'm sorry, actually, it doesn't really evoke any strong emotions. Like, for Aichi it might, but unfortunately I am not Aichi. So yeah, it's mid. It's nothing special. Meanwhile, the bloomed version is very nice. It's actually one of my favourite first era cards. I like the suit. I like the background. The background is kind of the same shade as his hair, which, you know, it doesn't matter. I think Wataru should have probably kept the purple dye, because his hair was, like, purple at the ends in second year. He should have kept that. It's very nice. I'm going to put it in, probably, I don't know. I'm going to put it in Marvelous, actually. Why not? The Juliet, when he's, you know what, no. I think it's called Juliet, something like that. These cards. I don't know. It's alright. This is kind of hard now that I think about it, because I actually need to think about something to say for every single card. Probably, I'm going to put it in mid. No, that's mean. Yeah, I'm going to put it in mid. I don't know, it doesn't really speak to me that way. I don't know. Meanwhile, again, the bloomed is very nice. I don't know if this is, like, from the flashback of when, like, he played Sleeping Beauty. Because in the anime, I can't remember if his hair was, like, fully braided. But it's such a diva card. I mean, the face, the pose, like, drop dead gorgeous, you know. Hopefully he's not actually dead in this scene. I don't know. I don't know if this is after, like, Juliet drank the poison or something. But, this is iconic. It's iconic. It's not quite marvelous, but, like, simply for the pose, it's iconic. Dance floor. Dance floor, I've got things to say about this, but let's go to the unbloomed version first, right? It's very silly. This story was actually kind of silly. Wataru was very cute in Dance Floor, right? He plays with kids, he saves an ant's nest, and he does some, like, inhumane acrobatics on a swing, apparently. So that's cute. He's not really doing much. He's just kind of vibing on a climbing frame, which, fair enough. I'm gonna put it in mid overall. It's you know, it's not special, is it? Meanwhile, Bloomed Dance Floor has to be my least favourite Wataru card. I hate it. I don't like the pose. I don't like the face. What's he doing with his face? In the Memories Road event that we had, I think it was last year, when they brought, like, a card from the first game into Ensemble Stars music, I was very angry. I was enraged, because out of all of the first era cards they had for Wataru, they had to choose Dance Floor, and I hate it so much. I mean, Movie Star is literally right there, but yet they chose this thing. I hate it. I can't. I'm putting this in Girl, because no. Then we have Black Clown, which is from Music Festa, which is low-key really funny, because Rei and Wataru get into 2 fake fights. Like, the first one was kind of funny, because Kanata just, like, runs over to, I think it was Midori, and it's like, oh my god, help! Rei and Wataru are getting into a really bad fight. And then everyone walks into the classroom, and then they're literally just chilling. And then they get into another fake fight backstage again, to force everyone to start performing without them. So, actually, I can't remember if that was a fake fight or if they actually had an argument and then they were like, you know what, this is really not that deep. I think it was fake. I can't remember. But anyway, so he's not actually angry. He's low-key kind of pretending. He is pretending. But I'm going to put it in mid because, I don't know, the cards when the characters are looking kind of grumpy, I just don't really like them that much. But, I don't know, I might put this in, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Like, he's just kind of kneeling down like that. Like he's had a chair thrown at him or something. Poor guy. So I'm going to put it in mid. Black Clown Bloomed is also one of my favourites for first era. I think it's very cool. That was kind of the whole point of Music Festa. Like, he's leading the cool team rather than the cute team. I'm putting it in iconic. No, I'm going to put it in marvellous. It's in marvellous because it's beautiful. Dine Alive. I've actually made a video on Dine Alive, like, not to tell you to watch it or anything, but maybe watch it. Also, like and subscribe. Please. So, this is also a really funny card because he's kneeling directly on top of Kaito and Izumi because he basically kidnapped these two by just, like, putting them in a box. And then I can't remember what happened next. It's been a year since I read it. I'm going to put this in Marvelous. It's so silly. A lot of these are going in Marvelous. So we've got Dynalive Bloomed, and this is kind of a special card for me because my friend drew it for me on my 18th birthday. And also, I saw a post somewhere saying that he looks like Miku because of the hair. I don't know, I actually prefer the unbloomed for this one. I'm putting it in Iconic. Movie Star Unbloomed is also, I'm putting it in Iconic. But the thing with this one, I think I read the story like 3 years ago or something, and it was alright. I can't remember much, but I just remember he was like training the twins, and then he realised that like the twins can't do everything that he does because he's like very talented. I can't remember what it was about. I know his whole thing is that he's not like talented. He wasn't born with the talent, you know, he worked his way up, you know, but I can't actually remember what the story was about. I'm really sorry. I'm rambling over nothing, but it's an iconic card. Meanwhile, Movie Star Bloomed is my favourite first era card, so it's absolutely going in amazing. I love the pose, the outfit, the glasses, the shades are so nice. And he's got like a stick, like one of them like sticks that rich people have. I think it's nice. I think that's, look at him, drop dead gorgeous diva. Okay, I don't know why I included these, but they are 5-star cards, but these are just the anime promo cards, and I guess they're mid. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about them. I prefer the bloomed version because I prefer the expression. He looks so silly. I also like how they did his hair in the anime. It looks very nice. Right, so moving on to second era. So first off, we've got, I can't remember what it was called. These are from the Tempest Knight. I love this card. I love how his hair kind of like glows. I think it's very cute. This is when he like visited Eiichi in the hospital. I think he like climbed up the window or something. I can't remember how he did it, but it wasn't through like going through the entrance and like walking up the stairs to Eiichi's ward. Like that's not what happened. But I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put it in Iconic. You know, it's not quite Marvelous. He looks very nice, but hey, I can't put everything at the top. Meanwhile, this is a very nice card as well. I love the dance because he's dancing with Eiichi in this one. Everyone knows what's going on in this card. Like, you don't have to tell me. But very nice. This is amazing. Right, so we got Feature Scout 1, Unbloomed. And this is also really cute because it's a card off a selfie, which is unique. And you can see Eiichi in the background as well. He's really cute. I'm going to put this in Iconic. No, I'm going to put this in... I'm going to put it in Iconic. It's Iconic. Next we got the Unbloomed version. I love this card a lot. I've actually made a 3DS background like based on this card with Amazing World playing like max volume. And I think it's accidentally bass boosted as well. Bass booster, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, this is nice. I love it when long-haired characters have like alternate hairstyles. For some reason they haven't done it with Nagisa yet, which I'm very upset about, but Wataru in a ponytail is beautiful, and the red streaks in the hair is, you know, it just adds something that just elevates the entire design of like the Feature Scout, the outfit, as well as the actual card. So I'm putting this in amazing. Look at it. Right, Hot Winter. I actually have mad beef with this card because it's taken me 3 whole years to actually get this card in game. I did pull for it originally when it came out, but it just never came home. I wasted all my deer, and then I tried again on his birthday scout, and that didn't happen either. So I just randomly got it in one of those free scouts that we got as part of a login campaign, which was very nice. It was a very nice surprise. So the Unbloomed is really cute. I love it. I'm putting it in Marvelous. And meanwhile, for the Bloomed, it's going in amazing because it's probably Wataru's prettiest card, or one of the prettiest cards. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, the lighting, the only thing is that the outfit is low-key really, like, impractical for lives, because it looks really heavy. Like, I don't think he'd be able to move around in that on stage. But, you know, it's for a let's pretend it's for a photo shoot, and it's done its job. Look at it. Right, Sanctuary. I don't like the unbloomed. I'm just gonna come out and say I don't like it. I don't know why they keep making much of it. Like, he's literally just woken up from being unconscious in this one. Now, mind you, Sanctuary is probably one of the wildest stories in terms of what Wataru does in this, because he hypnotizes himself so he can go on a play date with Tomiya. That's his reason. I think there's probably something deeper going on, but, like, on the surface, that's what's going on. And reading it was like, okay, my guy, what are you doing? But honestly, like, it is to be expected at this point, because this man is absolutely unhinged. That's why I like him so much. But I'm putting this in girl, because, yeah, it's, nah. Meanwhile, Sanctuary's Blooms card is kind of pretty. I love the outfit. I'm really upset that we actually have to, wait. No, because they did a campaign a few years ago when they, like, got a bunch of outfits from the cards who didn't come with MV outfits, and they let us vote on which ones we want to become MV outfits, but you actually ended up having to pay for them, which I'm not paying for that. I can't remember if they managed to get round to Sanctuary, because they stopped doing it at some point because the designs were getting too intricate, which it's a bit of a cop-out, I have to admit. But I don't know if I'm going to put this in Marvelous or Iconic. What the hell. Marvelous it is. But this whole, like, we're not going to make MV outfits out of old cards because the designs are too intricate is giving Game Freak saying that they're not going to bring all Pokemon to Switch because they're making top quality animations when they just rigged everything from Sun and Moon. I'm never going to get over Dexit. I mean, it had to happen at some point, but come on, their reasoning was really stupid. Right. Puffy Bunny was low-key, like, Easter was low-key kind of sad because Wataru, like, he kind of chickened out of being leader because he didn't think he was worthy of everyone looking up to him, which is really sad. But low-key, this is cute. Him pulling up in the rented ES car. Honestly, the thought that this man has a driving license low-key kind of scares me. But anyway, I'm going to put this in Marvelous simply because it's cute. And the same, you know what, the same goes for the bloomed version. I mean, I managed to get this through the memorial coins because I've never done an event. I've never managed to get, like, 300,000 points in an event before. And also, this was my WhatsApp background for a while, but, like, compared to these guys, it's not really, like, giving the same energy, you know? Now we've got Feature Scout 2. This was a really cute card, the Unbloomed, with the dove in a jacket, and in the full animation he, like, pets the dove, which is so cute. I love stuff like that. I think it's still going to go in Iconic, though, because, like, other than the animation, I don't think it's anything that special, but it's still nice, and I like it, so Iconic it is. Now, the Unbloomed has to be my favourite Wataru card of all time. It's beautiful. Like, blue and purple are my favourite colours, and this is perfect. I love the pose, the background, the actual design, and the outfit itself is really nice, but the thing is, it low-key doesn't work in a lot of the MVs because his legs always clip through the coat, which, fair enough, yeah. I think it actually happens during his SPP, I don't know, like, for this card, which it's not very good. You know what, it's still going in amazing simply because it's my favourite card of all time. And also, it was my phone background for a while. And then I changed it to Dragapult to make it more subtle because having a fully Ensemble Stars themed phone, like, I don't know. Because my flatmate pointed it out during the single time I went to the anime club in my uni. And I got a bit embarrassed. So I changed my phone after that. I changed the design. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to relive that trauma. White Day Wataru. I think we had to wait a good 2 to 3 years before, no, 2 years before we got a 5-star after Feature Scout 2. And we didn't, this did not disappoint, I have to admit. For the Unbloomed, I just remember everyone saying that he low-key looks like Tatsumi because his hair is green. Wataru's hair changes colour with every fucking card. Like, it just changes. But we've never had it just full-on green before. We've had turquoise. We've had many different shades of blue. But, like, green is something, pea green is unique. But also it is really nice. I'm putting it in marvelous. I just remember this story was like, he had everyone give each other gifts, and I think he made Shu give a gift to Aichi, which was really funny. That had to be on purpose. Anyway, bloomed definitely. Where's it gone? I've lost the card. Oh, it's here. It's not going in there. It's going in amazing because look at it. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I love the outfit. Like, the outfit is probably my favourite, but this is still my favourite card. But this is my favourite outfit. It just looks nice, and it's practical as well. Like, his legs don't clip through the outfit, which is very nice. Now we've got the card from VS Audience, and I've just read VS Audience, like, not all of it, because I'm following a translation and not all of it's been translated yet. But this event is low-key really funny. And Wataru himself doesn't make it that funny. It's Izumi, because the whole story is just Izumi crashing out over the competition. Like, if any of you are Eurovision stands, I can't talk. And you know a lovely woman called Sylvia Knight, who, I know she's a character, like, she's not a legit person, like, it's an actress playing a character. But Sylvia Knight had a crash out at the end of, I'm not sure if it's in the semi-final where she didn't qualify, or if it's at the end of, like, the actual finals, but she just had a massive crash out in front of all the press. And this was Izumi when he and Wataru got last place in that one challenge of the old people. Like, it was so funny. But anyway, back to the card, and yes, this is an Izumi POV. I'm gonna put it in iconic. You know, it's okay. Honestly, I think the same goes for the Blooms version. Like, it's nice, but actually, you know, I've got another funny story about this event. So I'm sorry I'm rambling, but this needs to be said. So last year, when this event came out, I was on holiday. I was in the middle of rural southern Italy, which is very bad in terms of internet connection. And I had literally just arrived in Italy. I arrived at my grandma's house, and then I get a text from my friend, and she's like, "Oh, did you know that Wataru has a new 5-star?" And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And I'm praying that it's like a gacha, because if it's a gacha, like, I don't have to rush to get it. You know, I can just like pray that it one day comes up in the gacha ball. But then I looked on Reddit because I had a sneaking suspicion that it was going to be an event. So I looked on Reddit, and then I saw that it was for a tour event, and I was like, oh dear, this is very bad, because I have no internet connection and I need to complete 30 levels in 7 days. But luckily, my cousin, because my grandma lives in a maisonette, which is like when you have like a lower floor with like one family living in it, and then another family lives upstairs. But the other family in this instant is my aunt, so like they own the whole like building. And my cousin lives upstairs as well, and they have Wi-Fi, so I connected to their Wi-Fi. And also I got heat stroke because it was like 40 degrees. And then I had all the time in the world to complete this tour event. I think I completed it in 3 days because there was nothing to do, and I couldn't really go out because I was on the verge of puking. So it was very fun, but also low-key kind of stressful. But I'm still putting it in iconic because I don't really like it. It's okay. I do like it, but I don't know. It's not got the same energy as everything else. Now we've got the last ones, the ones that just came out. And the bloomed version is also, the unbloomed version is also very pretty. But I just remember people saying on Twitter that this looks like the dead wife in a like movie when you have a montage of like the protagonist's wife who died. To say that he looks like a dead wife, I can kind of see it, but he just looks really cute and pretty in this card. So I'm putting it in iconic. I know that's really anticlimactic, but I'm putting it in iconic. But this one, the bloomed, the last one, woohoo, yay. It's very cool. I actually really like it. The thing is, in the end, I'm not sure if you can actually see it in the card, but in the outfit, he has, like, some sort of chain dangling from the front of his hat. And I just can't help but think that that is a massive hazard, like, if he's performing in that outfit, because the chain is just gonna, like, swing into his eye, you know? I don't know why they designed it like that, but it's still nice, you know? It just looks great. And I've been waiting ages for a Wataru Cross Scout. So, here we go. It's going in amazing because it's cool. Anyway, that's my tier list. Well, I finished recording and then I went downstairs to get lunch, and then I realised that I've actually forgotten the version exclusive cards. I don't know why the wiki didn't put the global exclusives just like with the other 5-star cards, but they decided to be difficult and give them their own separate version at the bottom of the page. So let's do the global exclusives. We've got I've already forgotten what it was called. The first era one, something legend. Let's do the Unbloomed. Unbloomed is very cute. Again, there's doves in it. The pose is a little awkward. It's a bit awkward, but like, I don't know. I'm putting it in. I'm gonna put it in mid. No, that's mean. No, I'm putting it in iconic. You know, it's cute. This one is nice. I like the monocle. He looks very studious. Like an archaeologist. I think he's actually an archaeologist in this, so I don't really know. I haven't read the story. Again, I'm going to put it in iconic. I don't know. These two are nice. I've actually got this in the English game. I just never play the English game because like I've got so much stuff in the Japanese version. I'm just like, I can't be bothered to grind in 2 different games. So let's go with the Unbloomed. And the Unbloomed is really silly because you can't see it in the card, but in the full illustration, he's actually stolen Kato's glasses. You can see the glasses here, and you can see like some of Kato. And Kato's like running after him, but it looks really silly because he can't see. So I'm putting this in Marvelous simply because, and also like Wataru is really cute in this, like look at his face, he's so silly. Anyway, last one. Oh my god, the actual last one now. The bloomed version. Again, we've got an alternate hairstyle, like it's a full braid, which is really nice, it's pretty, and it's nice. It's a bit of a Shakespearean outfit, but Wataru is also a massive Shakespeare fanboy, so I guess it fits. I'm putting this in this is going in amazing. I like it a lot. Amazing, woohoo, yay. And that's it. Sorry for all the rambling and the complaining. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.